Hello and welcome back to my channel, and today we're taking a look at Pioneer or Pioneer with a new title that actually is about to drop. We do have our hands on demo. It's available on Steam, so if you're interested, go check it out. As per usual, let's talk about the requirements first, and then we're going to look at the settings and we're going to give it a try. So minimum requirements are as follows: Intel Core i3 6100, 16 gigabytes of RAM, at least GTX 1060 6GB version. And that's pretty much all there is for minimum. For recommended, Windows 11, Core i5 8600 CPU, 16 gigabytes of RAM, NVIDIA RTX 2060, and that's it. Now, this game itself is something on a edge of being Stalker-ish and Metro, I would want to say. So it is kind of like an RPG or MMO RPG, where you can either play this as a PvE or PvP or both of those modes combined. Loot, upgrade, get out, have some co-op fun, and so on and so forth. Not sure how deep the mechanics go. You do have quite a few things that some would say is, over the top, like the weapons selection for the fire rates, the attachments, the modding, and all that, but I do not know if that's available in a full release. So let's have a look at the settings. So we're going 2K native, no dynamic resolution, no vertical sync. Everything is cranked up as much as we can, so maximum frame rate is unlimited. We're using DirectX 11 API, and there's an option to select either 12 or Vulkan, I believe. Everything else is just cranked, no HDR, and we're not using any DLSS or FSR or Intel XCS, which is actually available for the scale type or scaling type. So yeah, we're gonna go with anti-aliasing disable for the simple reason there's only two options available: TAA or temporal anti-aliasing, or DLAA, which is deep learning anti-aliasing. And honestly, I'm not a fan of either of those, so I'm kind of want to see how this game looks as it looks. If DLAA is required, based on requirements, it's probably gonna run fine, but then again, 2K plus 2K, well, it is how it is. So yeah, let's just have a look-see, and it wants me to sign in. Oh yeah, by the way, you do have to create a profile even for a demo, so let's see what happens.
Oh, the Holy Awakening. Come on, speak. Edgar will now explain everything. But first tell me, how much do you remember about your past? Do you remember who you were before?
Right, so this is kind of like a selection screen. Yeah, former soldier. Sounds about right.
We're so glad you remember everything. We carried you for what it seemed like an eternity. We thought you've lost your mind after all that happened. Oh, we found you in the middle of a new tide near the destroyed caravan. Were you traveling with them? Or you don't remember? A new anomaly appeared in the area where we found you. An explosion. Edgar believes that the shockwave led to the destruction of your caravan. Anyway, when we arrived, the anomaly nearly absorbed you whole. You were in the middle of a bunch of rocks, surrounded by little blue lights. All the other men in the caravan were killed by them. They burned them alive. The fact that you survived is quite unusual. It should have turned anyone into a fallen, or just a pile of ashes. But as you see, you're still alive. Due to reasons yet unknown, you may possess some abilities similar to ours, and we'd like to test it.
Okay.
Take the knife. It's good for, for a start.
Where did you throw it?
Better than nothing.
The scraps you were wearing made you look like a hobo, so we thought you definitely needed new clothes. A trekker died here recently. Go search him.
I wish we could do FOV a bit slighter, but this is how it is.
Fits you perfectly. Oh, I can't believe I forgot. Here, take this. Here's a phone, but don't get it wrong. It's not to communicate with us, but it will sure come in handy. Hold on to it. Come closer. We've been waiting for you.
Right, what do we have? No weapons. Nothing. Fair enough. Regular things that you probably will gonna get like in other games, so that's
As you
fine.
might have
Let's
guessed
get
by
this
now,
on.
we saved you, valued customer, and we give you all these items for a reason. You follow? You're pretty smart for a man who's been through the tide. But believe me, our interests align. Our task will also be in favor for you. Only if you think you can handle it, of course. We want you to go back to where we found you. We want you to search that place for something extraordinary. Something that would catch your eye. It's very hard to describe since we don't know whether it even has a description. Basically, we want you to find out what happened to you in the past. That's the price Edgar wants you to pay. And you owe Edgar, right?
Oh,
There
not really,
are
but
two
okay.
paths out of here, but the second one, through the rift, is not an option anymore, since the rift collapsed. Now it's just the road south of here, along the sheer mountain. Follow it, and that will lead you straight to the wrecked caravan.
Right, okay, so finally the real game can start. And what do we have? We're pulling 9 gigs of video memory allocated, 10 gigs of RAM. CPU usage is actually pretty decent. GPU is kind of up and down a little bit, but we are way above 60 frames, which honestly is not too bad. Let's see if we get any hiccups or anything like that. Can't really say there's a hiccup, but it was a little bit dropping the frames down to like below 100. Stick trash. We can take up the trash, but we cannot pick up the flashlight. Okay, fair enough. Okay, guess we cannot go there yet. And by yet I mean this game apparently does have some supernatural abilities for the character. Eventually you can teleport or jump higher or whatever else, so I'm just leaving my options open just now. Yeah, so far I mean it is pretty decent. Then again, famous last words, am I right? The fact itself the game runs in DirectX 11 kind of gives me hope that this actually is the actually speaks Russian. Huh.
Чего же ты ждешь? Убей меня! Подари моей душе покой! Благодарю. Теперь ступай. Тебя ждет пробуждение.
I see. It's the Miroslav. Okay. The evil glass eye. Yes. Very evil. But this does look nice. The ambience is there. Kind of having a little bit of a Metro vibe, to be fair, but not to the extent I thought I would have it. Then again, even though the game is set to English, I'm a little bit surprised that the dialogue is for the NPC was in Russian. I mean, I guess it's supposed to give people like, you know, I don't understand what this language is, or it sounds scary, but I mean, odd choice. Like, I would expect that everything would be translated into the English, but it is how it is. Press left control. Come on.
There you are. I've been waiting for you. Without further ado, nameless soul, I'm serving my duty to the Shadow Merchant. I've been tasked to accompany you, to help you. So listen carefully. You must leave this coast. But in order to do so, you have to bypass the rush, survive the blue tide, and to awaken. Luckily for you, the master of this place hasn't found you yet. But that may change soon. The most important thing you need to know is that if you're in trouble, I'm there for you. I'm your second chance. In return, I demand that you follow my instructions unconditionally. Do you understand?
They misspelled the word instructions. Instructions? Yeah, English is hard. Of course I'm counting you now. Yeah.
There's
Fingers
danger
crossed.
ahead. You need a weapon, and I have something for you. It's my personal weapon. I'll let you borrow it. Kill as many as you want, but afterwards, I want it back.
Absolutely not.
Remember our deal. The way to awakening is arduous, and you are the only one who can awaken.
Okay, it would be nice to get some target practice in here. Oh, Nibiru. Well, he had a plan. I guess that's way better than not having a plan. Jumpy Frog needs new hab. I see. Well, apparently there is some lore you can explore and just kind of learn a bit more about the world around you. But for now, I just want to see some trigger action. I only have 12 shots, so I need to make this count. So, yeah, to be fair, the game is running actually pretty well. So, I said, and then the game kicked left. Now that was a proper hiccup of the game. I think that was a scripted event, but that took out a good chunk of the engine's performance right there. So that means we might actually have a little bit of hiccups if the enemies are spawning in. And if something will happen. Let's double check. If the hiccups only happen level loading times, like, you know, before something happens, that will be flushed out. Usually it's just a transition, but we'll see. Can I loot you? You look... you seem lootable to me. Or is that part of my caravan? Oh, we found some wood. Looks like these are the enemies we will meet in a second here. Let's see if that's true.
Just a second.
I guess all the fabric and all this will be required for the upgrades. There's gotta be more than 2 enemies here, come on. Let's see if we can slice them up. Conserve some ammo. I'm not sure how scarce the ammo is here, but... oh, hello there. So that's supposed to be a unicorn. They're somewhat angry. Non-iron. This is something without the iron. Non-ferrous. Okay. Hello. Almost unicorn. Who would have thought? Yeah, I mean, the art style is actually pretty nice. Backpack special. Right. Well, to be fair, for a demo, this runs pretty well, and in all honesty, I mean, you kind of need to put in some serious time just to walk around, absorb, let it all in, but just off a quick glance, I wouldn't say, apart from when the level loads in and, you know, you kind of get this little tiny hiccup before the scripted events, that's not even that much of an issue, specifically for a demo, because that's not even a final released version, so I'm not too worried about it. But overall, this might actually be pretty decent. The gunplay feels well. Kinda... well, how do I put it? I mean, it's not bad, but if you're used to COD, this will probably be a little bit difficult for you to get used to it. But outside of that, I mean, hey, we did get stamina bar, we do have health. I think this is pretty playable, and considering this is supports co-op, and if you're into PvP and PvE.
Reloading!
Specifically with the callouts, so this might just be your ante. I guess I can't go there yet. Oh well.
I used to have a house like this, but one day the artifact sphere destroyed it. It has changed me. My life has never been the same since.
Yes, you can actually go somewhere if you jump far enough. Well. Yeah, well, to be fair, I think you guys have seen enough, so the performance for a demo, absolutely fine, way better than I expected, to be fair, because usually first demos is a little bit of a hit or miss. So far everything makes sense. The crafting system and upgrades will probably come later on. That looks like a mini boss battle there. And yeah, I would want to say, grab it on Steam. It's currently available for download. Give it a spin yourself, and if you like it, take it. If you don't like it, well, you know, who am I to tell you what to do with your life? But anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Over and out.